Minsathar used his ultimate and dashed into the enemies, for the effect that their blink skills are restricted in the area by Minsathar. They had no way but running away. Tigreal dashed in and used his ultimate. He pulled all the enemies together. What a perfect combo. Enemies got wiped out. The victory was with Minsathar.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
MPL Season 2, Road to the National, syempre brought to you by our legendary sponsor, Smart. My name is Wolf, kasama ko si Yasumiao, bringing you another series here for MPL. I think that we are gonna have Arkangel Wicked Minds this time.
Yep.
Kalaban nila ang Aether main.
Aether main.
Napakarami ng intense na action at mga bagong addition sa ating meta. Like Uranus, for example, si Kimi, nakikita na rin natin sa professional
even
play.
Belleric, medyo na-surprise ako sa pick ng Belleric ng isang team.
Execution, I believe. So, I'm really excited to see this kasi Wicked Minds as well as Aether main, sila yung mga teams na masasabi nating willing to experiment, willing to bring something sa ating ngayon. Tapos ngayon, Aether Valkyrie. But overall, yung Aether as a franchise or as a team or as a clan, mahilig din mag-experiment. Like Aurora, na mention na excited ako to see. But I think na ang interesting pa rin dito natin kailangan i-take note is baka makakita na tayo Claude in action or Kimi kasi nga available na yung other heroes na naban last time. Kimi, Hanabi, pwede na silang gamitin ngayon. And even the Harith. Which means na yung ban slots natin, baka maubos na sila.
Hindi sapat almost.
Yeah, to a point where pwede nga natin makita yung ibang teams. And we have Aether main this time. And si Crypt, Kenji, si Lebron, si Changu, at si EJ. I believe sa ating standings, Aether main is at top 5. Yep. Which is well behind Execution. Pero kaya na nilang tumaas din with points.
It's like 1 point behind.
There you go. So, pag nakakuha sila ng 3-0, 2-0 I mean, that will give them 3 points, which means na 11 yung kanilang total dito laban sa Arkangel Wicked Minds. So, of course, Arkangel Wicked Minds, semi-tied sila ngayon again with Execration sa points sa scoring natin. Which means na any time of the day, Happy Feet, pwede silang mauna sa Arkangel Wicked Minds. And all I'm trying to say is yung Wicked Minds na team natin na nalaban ngayon sa Aether main is kailangan nila din makakuha na at least 1 point or get the total victory laban sa Aether main para makabot sila. And speaking of Arkangel Wicked Minds, we can introduce the team right now.
Yeah, for the Arkangel Wicked Minds, we have Janus, JP, Panda, Yo, is this L, and Exhort.
Exactly. I think I don't know kung sino yung isa-sub out na dito.
Or Janus.
Oo, Janus. Kasi nakikita ko si Exhort for sure, Panda, Rio, J and JP, sila yung usual na starting line na para sa Arkangel Wicked Minds. Actually natin
usually anime yung nakikita natin.
Exactly.
1 man na na pang 6 man nila. Ito, hanggang 7.
7 sila. Which is interesting kasi parang nagkakaroon ng dynamic kung kailan mo ipapasok. Kasi parang ang hirap sa mga substitute, medyo role specific sila sa mga MOBAs or sa mga multiplayer online battle arena type of games like Mobile Legends. Kailangan specific yung role na papalitan mo. So, kung carry siya. Tapos kung support yung papalitan mo, dapat support din yung sub mo. Or, maghanap ka ng isang substitute player na all around.
Which is good, pero
mahirap kasi kailangan mo ng mastery with your gameplay. So, mas maganda na din na magkaroon ka ng specific na roles nga. But this time kasi mas may sila mas may creativity sila doon. Because they are 7 7 sila
So, kung wala itong isa,
pwede mo. And syempre, nagbabago rin yung strategy ng mga teams pag merong mga substitutes. Kasi syempre,
ibang gameplay.
Tsaka iba yung signature heroes for sure. Nung substitute mo. And when you put it into the game. So, yun. That's Arkangel Wicked Minds. 7 sila sa team.
7.
Yeah, with all the substitute that they have.
The more, the merrier.
Exactly. The more, the merrier. So, we will expect this to be a very close fight pa rin kahit pa sabihin natin mababa yung rankings ng Arkangel Wicked Minds. Because I can fairly remember, lumaban yung Arkangel Wicked Minds sa isang top team. I think it was Bren Esports. Tapos pinahirapan nila yon. Yeah, although natalo sila.
But it's like close game.
Close game pa rin. That is, of course, I think they are playing up against Signal Ultra. isa sa mga kailangang i-watch out din dito is si tapos kino-combine nila with utility playmakers like Akai for example. Kasi tapos yung Akai mo or yung Lolita mo, talagang pang supplement na lang sila na tank and playmaker. And that's usually the case when you do draft the Grok.
Kasi ipa-prioritize talaga nila dito or possibly talagang kukunin nila yung Grok dito para sa Aether main.
We have the draft for our team number 1.
Sina-expect na natin dito yung mga bans. Ang daming mong hero na pwedeng iba. Hindi enough yung 4 na bans natin.
I think so. I think eventually
bukod dun sa malalakas na hero, respect bans pa kasi dun sa mga players kung alin yung pinaka-forte nila na hero eh.
Eventually, I think magkakaroon tayo ng more slots para sa mga ban. Alam mo yan, magkakaroon tayo ng 3rd ban for example or parang towards the second phase ng picks, magkakaroon tayo ng
like in the middle.
Like in the middle, magkakaroon tayo
bans.
ng bans nga, ng added na bans. So, eventually, kapag dumami na lalo yung mga heroes sa Mobile Legends. But right now, it's Leomord na binan ng Aether main against Wicked Mind. So, it's gonna be Harith and Claude, I think, para sa Arkangel Wicked
Parang
Minds.
feeling ko hindi natin makikita si Harith in action.
I don't think so. Napakalakas ng hero na yun. Kasi nandun siya sa mage na spectrum. And the thing with that is, if you compare kay Claude, for example, yung Claude kasi, ang dami pang, mayroon pa siya mga win conditions. Pero, kasi yung Harith, ang taas agad ng kanyang ambag sa team fights. At bilis niya mag-online. Kasi naturally mage siya. Only magbi-build up na siya ng mga konting mga items. Pwede na siyang mag-participate sa mga team fights as soon as possible.
Actually, pwede na rin siya mag-rotate visiting lanes in the
Exactly.
early game. Agad-agad eh. Once na mag-online na yung kanyang ultimate dito for Harith.
That's right. Now, Arkangel Wicked Minds, they could look to ban the Claude this time.
That show actually.
Oo. Aether main ban na rin show. I think priority pa rin nila is yung Grok pa rin. So, Arkangel Wicked Minds, hindi ako magulat kung binan nila dito yung Grok instead of the Claude, let's say. Ooh, Alice actually.
So, pakayaan nilang makalabas dito si Claude, si Grok,
Si Gushon.
Madami pang pwedeng hero na i-pick dito actually. And there you have it. Since first pick sila, they would want to claim or they would want to secure itong pick on the Claude
Exactly.
sa side ng AE main.
So, Arkangel Wicked Minds, they should prioritize yung mga playmakers. Like Grok, for example, Akai, I think, or Nkaya, na sa kanilang pick. Tapos, siya na sila maglagay ng isa pang
Your team is picking.
way to go with it. Like, for example, Kagura or Hardy.
Well, they might go for Angela then if they wanted to go for the sustain for the side of Arkangel Wicked Mind.
Yeah. Wicked Minds also, and there you go, the Grok. Na pinag-usapan natin kanina. And Kaya. So, parehas ang kanilang kukunin dito. The Aether main, mapapaisip kung sino ba yung kukunin nila dito para sagutin yung mga picks mula sa Wicked Minds. So, I think that it is absolutely an Akai for Aether main. Pero, hindi pa nila kailangan kunin ngayon yung kanilang mga attacks. Kasi, I don't think that Arkangel Wicked Minds magdadagdag ba sila ng tanke dito.
Enough na yung
dalawa. So, Aether main might prioritize yung mga mages muna dito from long distance or Gushon para medyo kontrolin yung kaya dito. And they might even go for something like a Kimi or Carry para medyo ma-whittle down nila yung Grok. Kasi yung Grok, very, very tanky, very, very sustainable. You need to have something to go with it. And like we are seeing right now, yun ang gagawin nila. Kunin muna nila yung mga top meta pick mages and damage dealers, hindi muna yung mga tanks.
Kinuha nung Wicked Minds dito yung mga tanks. And on the other side, AE main, kinuha nila yung mga mages na dealing a lot of damage. Actually, I think if ever hindi na ban dito si Alice, they would go for Alice eh. So I was thinking kanina, if binan nila dito yung Alice for the side of Wicked Minds, they are going for heroes na melee, more on melee, but they have the burst. So, ayan, they are choosing between Natalia or Hellcourt, but I guess they're gonna be going for Lancelot, surely yan. Oh, nilakin na nila. this
Your team
Hellcurt
is
together
picking.
with the Lancelot. So they went for the melee melee assassins.
Yun yung Assassins. It makes a lot of sense versus all of these squishy targets mo na sa Aether main. Pero syempre Aether main, katulad nga ng ating nanostra kanina sa yung drafting pattern ng Aether main, kukunin na nila yung tank sila sa dulo pa.
Dulo na.
And Akai is sure to be there. Ngayon, mapapaisip sila, are they gonna go for the Hylos or Lolita? I think the Hylos makes much more sense para makakapag-lay down ka ng Glorious Pathway to counter yung Kaya Divine Judgment or yung Hellcurt ultimate dito, Dark Knight Falls. Kasi the thing with Dark Knight Falls and yung Kaya, medyo kailangan mo silang habulin after they initiate. And Hylos supplies that ability para sa Aether main. That makes total sense to me kung bakit yun yung pinila ng Aether main this time.
And para mas mabilis din sila either magmamba out or pumasok dito sa kalaban nila. Pero what's gonna be the last pick dito sa side ng Arkangel, Wicked Mind? So they're going for Gushon. Yeah,
it makes available yung Gushon ngayon. Syempre, hindi mo na rin papalampasin tong kasi very mobile na to.
If you're thinking about someone that could counter or pahirapan dito si Claude, Gushon yung magiging sagot mo eh. Kasi pag pinasokan mo dito si Claude, you have to make sure na mapapatay mo siya right away. Like, pag pinasok mo siya, you have to make sure na patay na talaga siya.
Yeah.
And Gushon has that power. It's not hindi siya viable kay Lancelot, hindi rin siya viable kay Hellcurt. Kasi even though may panghabol dito si Lancelot, same with Hellcurt, it's not as much as Gushon.
Gushon, for sure.
Arkangel, Wicked Mind, since we have two mages eh. Imagine kung dalawa yung two mages na yon, which is ine-expect natin na
LeBron ang ating Harley, it's EJ sa kanyang Hylos, Crypt on the Akai, at si Kenji ang ating Claude.
And for the side naman ng Arkangel, Wicked Minds, we have Rio playing as Gushon, JP on Lancelot, Exhort on Hellcurt, Jay on Grok, and itong si Panda para naman sa Kaya. Well, I think si Panda dapat mahaba yung A. Panda. Well, anyway.
Panda.
Well, anyway. You have to respect kasi yung spelling ng pangalan nila sa
makalaban.
So
like this time,
like
lalaban na nga sila.
Ninahabol nila dito si Changu. Here comes the Guardian's Barrier, pero Changu nakaligtas nga ba? Kasi nandyan pa rin si Rio. Nag-Gushon, pero Rio, low and health. Meron siyang blender nga ba? The-jump ang unahin, pero they're still gonna be able to take down itong Gushon na naghabol sa may middle lane, pero nag-overextend yata doon yung side ng Arkangel. Naiwan pa dito si Jay, and the stun coming from Hylos, and the burst coming from LeBron to take down this Grok coming from the side of Arkangel, Wicked Mind. So, 2-for-1 exchange lang yung nangyari dito sa may middle lane.
Yeah. JP, matatambangan yata. Oh, he does have the dashes. Pero na-stun nga lang siya.
Yung Wicked Minds, and lamang lang naman dito ng kills yung side ng Aether main.
Excuse me. Now, this is still a very close match between Aether main and Arkangel Wicked Minds. Wala pa talagang definite na nakakuha ng lamang. Even when Aether main gets 3 kills advantage. Konti pa lang nakuha nila economic lead dito. Actually, mga sa 200 pa lang. So, the next objective, which is the turtle. I think turtle number 2. I think yung isa sa mga importante sila.
Pero Dark Knight falls on the bottom lane with the silence as well. Kenji still gonna lead though, pero grabe naman to. Pinasok pa rin nila talaga dito sa may tower, pero reset lang muna. Pare-pares na yung low on health, pero si Rion nandito sa may likod. They will not be able to take anyone's life for now, pero manghuli pa rin nila dito. Etong si Claude na napabalik dun sa may harapan, only to find himself dead sa may kamay dito na side ni Arkangel, Wicked Minds. Meanwhile, safe pa rin naman dito si JP, even with the deadly magic coming from Harley.
Yun nga lang, nagkaroon ng exchange ng Torre dito. Top, kumakuha na Aether main. Nas nauna lang yung Arkangel Wicked Minds with few seconds dito sa may bot. Pero yung mid, tinatreaten na nga ng Wicked Minds dito. Natin na rin si Rio. Gushon.
No, glorious pathway coming from behind. Pero the charge, magagamit yan ni Jay. At wala na dito yung Arkangel Wicked Minds. Though, na-push nila yung turret at the middle lane. So, they won. They just won that objective-taking mission. Kumbaga, sa side ng Arkangel, Wicked Minds. Pero 4 sa side ng Aether main. Ang nandito sa middle lane, hindi sila papayag na kayo lang yung kukuha ng tower. Kami din.
This means na even pa rin exchange natin dito ng Torre. Even pa rin yung ating gold, yung ating economy from both teams.
Naghahabulan lang.
Talagang nagpapalitan sila ng konting-konti lang.
Ang tapang ni Jay dito.
Pero
the stun, the jump, and naipit. Pero Dark Knight falls, aawat pa sila. And napabay buhay dito ni JJ to be die in the hands ng Harley dito. Pero in exchange, patay din naman si Harley with Gushon. Pero hahabol pa ba dito yung side ng Arkangel?
Yes, I think
Habol
they
pa
will.
sila? Yep, kasi wala nang turret dito. They can still chase ito si Akai, and even etong si Hylos. Hylos will still be, alive pa din. He's still alive.
Still alive now. Could be more. Exort, tumatanong dito. The Deadly Poison Stingers will not be enough to kill Changu. Pero makakuha ng snipe si Rio dun sa bandang likod. Mapapunish pa siya. Umbrellas will be
One
enough.
more.
Changu, one more hit. It will be enough. Patay dito yung Gusion. Now si JP is low. Kailangan niya tumakbo. Kenji wants to go for snipe. Unfortunately, wala siyang mahanap. So, this is still a pretty even game between both teams. Wala pang nakakalamang totally dito sa pares nating
Konti lang yung lamang dito ng Arkangel Wicked Minds eh. Hundreds of golds lang eh. And lamang naman dito ng isang kill yung Aether main. Pero tower, parehas lang halos yung nakuha nilang ditong turret so far. For both sides.
Well, yung mga ganung mga tore din kasi, if you get the advantage, not only you will get gold, pero ang makukuha mo rin na kasama nun is yung map control na sinasabi natin. What is map control? Essentially, yung way mo na makakuha nga naman ng objectives is dependent pa rin sa kung gaano karaming tore yung meron kayo. Kasi syempre, mas magiging matapang kayo sa pagdadive, either pagdadive or pag-take over ng jungle. But Arkangel Wicked Minds, ang kanilang definite advantage ngayon laban sa Aether main is experience. We saw just to clear out a minion wave, tapos nag-mamba out din siya as soon as possible. Tamang gusto lang niya talaga niya makakuha ng isang mabilis na
nila dito si Kaya, which is fairly ganina na medyo malayo-layo dun sa mismong team fight. Just so happen na medyo nag-overextend na naman siya, and dun siya naipit, which is nabigay sa kanya lahat ng damage coming from the side of Aether main. They just wasted yung, parang hindi naman masyadong waste yung ultimate na nagamit dito na side ng Wicked Minds. Could have been better if hindi nila nawala dito si Kaya.
Could have been
Pero
better.
ito, nagkanakawa na naman dito ng buff. Pero at the same time, Hylos will be dying in the hands of the Wicked Minds. Pero napa-SS na nga dito si Claude, but only to din a little damage. Pero nandito pa rin yung poker tree coming from Harley. But bumalik pa rin talaga dito si Claude just to find himself being killed sa kamay ng AAWM, and also taking this turret at the top lane. One kill, one objective. Dagdag na naman sa pera yan ng AEWM.
That is really bad, to be fair, with the Aether main losing yung two members, mas particular yung Claude. Akala nila kasi din mapapatay with the Deadly Magic connection, but just enough para makapag-survive doon.
Pero the middle lane, si Rio dito, nakikipagbakbakan kay Lebron. Yup, buhay pa rin naman dito si Rio, but I guess kailangan niya bumalik dito. So pwede din naman siya mapasukan ni Harley.
Just enough lifesteal, but Wicked Minds securing dalawang turrets dun sa top means na meron kasi ng definite na kalamangan dito in terms of the turrets, in terms of map control. Yep.
I think almost 2,000 na rin.
Yep.
Yung lamang dito ng Arkangel Wicked Minds. So, may napapansin ko sa kanila, parang constantly humahanap sila ng kills. Well, kumukha sila dito ng objective at the same time. But, more like kakahanap nila ng kills, sila pa talaga yung nababawian. Pero ito, si Jay nangunguna naman, face checking dito sa may mga damuhan. Pero hindi niya nakita dito si Lebron. Pero ikot coming from Akai, nahuli nila dito si Rio. Rio will be slain by Harley. And mukhang napatay din nila dito si Harley in exchange lang. Coming from Hellcurt. Exchange lang. They lose their Gusion. They lose etong kanilang Harley.
1-for-1 trade-off. Samantala sa top, J-Gross pathway activated, hindi na maaabot ng Divine Judgment.
Hurricane Dance, Dark Knight Falls will be used. Hindi na enough yung Hurricane Dance, and Akai kung sino pa yung tangke. Mukhang siya pa yung unang babagsak, pero hindi na chingas pa rin nila dito. Ito si Hellward by Kagura's power, pero Kenji, nagsusumiksik. The dive indeed. Medyo napahiwalay-hiwalay nila dito yung side ng Arkangel Wicked Mind, even catching itong si Gusion na nasa may likod. And it seems like sila nang hinahabol dito in exchange ng Aether main. Here comes Lancelot with the Thorn Rose, pero it doesn't deal that much damage kasi.
Actually, yung na yun, dahil sobrang gilid na gilid, and this is super high level from Aether main, mamaya ko na i-discuss yan dahil mukhang nagkaroon dito ng engagement. Napatay nila si Kagura. Just like that. Yung Torre dito sa baba, pinapatay na ng Aether main, and they'll be successful in a little bit. Yes, they will.
One more.
Carly gets it. At while isa lang inapatay sa nila, almost even eliminating itong turret, inhibitor turrets dito sa gitna. So what happened dun sa previous fight before that? Hindi ko alam kung pinalo ng Aether main, but it was in their advantage. Nandun sila sa gilid na enable nila yung DPS ng Harley at Kagura dahil nakalinya yung Arkangel Wicked Mind. So, it is Aether main taking advantage of the map or the terrain. Parang nandun nga sila sa gilid. Naubos sila yung Weakened Minds because of that.
Yeah, pero ito, mahuhuli yata itong si EJ na naiwan mag-isa. But EJ, he is tanky enough para ma-survive yung tatlo na nagbibigay ng damage sa kanya. Tamang mabaot lang din muna dito ng Arkangel, Weakened Minds, trying to reset the team fight kasi nandito na rin yung backup ng AE main. Lahat sila nandito, except for the Guardian na nandun sa may baba. I think he's just, kinukuha nito yung Negasyon yung buff, pero another turret na naman yung napabagsak dito ng AE main. Pero yung kanina na hindi nila maibigay kay Claude, ngayon, sama-sama na sila, they keep on getting kills, they keep on getting farm dito para kay Claude. Ako po nagkakaubusan ng inhibitors turret, pero Dark Knight Falls will be given by Hellcurt dito, pero tamang back away lang habang nagda-Dark Knight Falls, sabay papasok yung side ng AE main, and back away lang din sa side ng Arkangel, Weakened Minds. Para silang nag-chat-chat dito eh. Pag ginamit ng ultimate ng isa, magbaback sila. Yung isa naman yung sasagot ng isa pang ultimate, back away yung isa. Parang ano lang, cha-cha lang.
Palitan na. Now, ang problem nga na for Arkangel Weakened Minds is nasa lamang sila in terms of the territorial control kanina. However, yung pagkatalo nila dun sa may bottom lane, bottom part ng map dito kung saan nasan si Exort.
Yun yung pinaka naging turnaround
nila. Yun na talaga yung turnaround dito. Nakuhaan sila ng dalawang turret because of that. But I think I will have to commend Aether main. Ang galing nila mag-identify dito ng strengths nila. First is yung sinabi ko sa may bottom lane kung saan ginamit nila yung terrain to their advantage. Second is knowing na mas malakas sila di hamak composition-wise laban sa Arkangel Weakened Minds at this time. Ito yung mga moments kung saan sobrang lakas ng isang Harley at isang Kagura doon sa game in general because this is their power spike. Pag siguro tumagal pa ito ng konti, ihina sila, mag-fall off in damage sila. But right now, they're pretty strong. And third point that I want to give is, ang ganda ng combination ng mages nila dito ang pagkaka-execute. Every time they go on one hero at a time.
Glorious pathway. Napabakaway na naman dito yung Weakened Minds, but only to find their turret being taken down. The last turret na natitira dito sa side ng Weakened Minds, pero nagbabakaway after that Dark Knight Falls. Pero hahabol pa rin talaga dito yung Weakened Minds, pero sila pa rin yung nabawian dito. Even the Kaya will fall down in the hands of Harley, and as well as the Lancelot. I think mawawalan din sila dito ng Jay. I think this is gonna be a wiped out sa side ng Weakened Minds. Kahit petagisin pa ni Gushon yung sarili niya, this is gonna be the 4 being taken down, the game being secured by AE main.
Aether main, katulad ng sinabi ko, ang galing nila mag-identify ng kanilang mga strengths and using it para manalo nga naman dito sa ating game. This is very important kasi heading into the latter stages of the tournament, nakikita na natin yung promise ng mga top teams. Like Aetherman, for example, I hate to sound like a broken record, pero ang ganda ng combination nila. The communication between Harley and Kagura dito sa ating game. Lebron and Changu, always, lagi nilang fino-focus fire yung mga targets na kaya nilang patayin. For example, inuuna nila sila.
Alam nila yung target nila.
Exactly. Ito nung tinry lumaban, naghahanap ng gulo si Grok on middle part, pinapoke-poke lang nila, hindi sila nagko-commit ng any skills. Tapos nung nagpakita si Rio, the Gushon, or nung si JP rin nagpakita, biglang Deadly Magic, ulti agad, yun yung overturn. Talaga kino-commit nila agad dun sa mga squishy targets from the side of Arkangel Weakened Minds. At dahil doon nakalamang sila.
Yep, alam nila kapag I think this is the fight at the bottom lane. So, even though kinumit nila dito yung Dark Knight Falls, sila pa rin yung natalo dito. Kasi ang nakita ko dito for the side of Arkangel, binigay nila lahat para kay Akay.
Yeah.
Which is wrong. Kasi hindi naman yun yung target nyo eh.
Exactly. Kita mo, lahat ng members ng Arkangel Weakened Minds dito sa bandang kanan. Easy Glorious Pathway, sulit na sulit. Easy umbrellas from the from the Kagura, yung mga slow, daming connection eh. Tapos yung Akai, na hinahabol nila sa likod, na-bait sila masyado. And this time, it's just Aether main, destroying Arkangel Weakened Minds with all of the broad force that they have. Sobrang lakas na ni Harley this time. And even yung Claude, ang lakas na rin. Scary na rin yung damage siya. And again, kapag nag-group up kayo at nag-ulti na doon nga naman yung Claude, talagang mauubos kayo.
Yeah. Kasi ang napansin ko dito sa lineup ng Arkangel, isa lang yung panghabol nila. Isa lang talaga yung nire-respect na ulti dito ng side ng AE main, which is yung Dark Knight Falls lang naman. As you see, kapag na-trigger na yung Dark Knight Falls, nagmamamba sila, nagbaback away sila. Pero once na natapos na yung Dark Knight Falls, meron silang Glorious Pathway, meron silang ultimate coming from Claude, and then they have the
Arkangel Weakened Minds draft-wise, laban sa Aether main. Are they gonna ban out the Claude this time? So, takot ba sila? Or
nila eh, kanina. Kasi they
That's
wouldn't want an Alice na pares. Lahat sila actually, melee.
Oo.
No,
Nung
first game.
So, talaga nag-struggle sila, nakakite sila. I think 8 points yata yung Aether Main. Correct, I can't remember. But,
been doing good sa lower bracket. At the end of the day, kung sino pa rin yung nasa kaduluduluhan,
exactly.
magkakaharap pa rin kayo eh.
So, mas mahalaga doon, dalawa at least yung buhay mo. Kumbaga, kasi pag nasa, like you said, pag nasa lower bracket ka, baka matanggal ka agad sa
Laglag ka
playoffs. So, as much as possible, yung mga teams, nagagawan talaga yun ng pwesto. Dito yung, I think, pwedeng nilang iban yung Alice. Tapos, magkakaroon sila ng choice to get the Leomord or the Claude after Arkangel decides. And medyo inaalala ko kung ano yung, kasi if I'm not mistaken, binan nila yung Alice previous game. So baka hindi pa rin nila ibigay yun this time. Which is great kasi meron nga silang access either sa Claude or sa Leomord when the draft progresses. Claude
will be banned.
Bad.
Your team
Angel Wicked
is
Minds, I
picking.
think this should be a Leomord or Kaya na first pick. Kasi naubos na nga yung mga tanks natin dito.
Nagka-secure na ng mga heroes na top
Leomord.
priority.
Tulad na sinasabi natin. So, Aether Main. I
Your
think they'll
team
definitely
is
get
picking.
yung Akai or Kaya this time. Tapos pair up nila
Combo
with
heroes.
Alice. Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, there you go. Akai and Alice. Yeah,
So,
like I
hindi mo na
mentioned.
nila kinuha dito si Kaya kasi there's a potential na pwede rin kuhanin ng Wicked Minds dito, yung Alice.
Yeah.
Considering that they have 2 picks na kasunod din dito sa side ng Arkangel.
Wicked Minds. Medyo may dilemma ngayon yung Wicked Minds. Kukunin ba nila yung Kaya na medyo nakokontrol for
Your
sure ng
team
isang
is
Akai?
picking.
Kasi kapag hindi nila kinuha yun at this lot, kukunin yan for sure ng Aether Main. And all of a sudden, sobrang hirap ng i-deal with no Akai and Kaya kasi wala ka namang Grok or Cho. So now Kagura for sure.
Sila naman
Yung mag-Harley din, I think. Yun nga, Kagura, Harley. Dahil parehas yan, either or, hindi nila pwedeng i-pair up with Alice. Pag nakuha yung dalawang hero, either Harley or Kagura niyan, ng Aether Main, sobrang magsa-struggle na sila. So at least ngayon, hindi deny nila yung fact na sobrang lakas ng combination ng Alice
Your
with
team is
Kagura.
picking.
So I think Kaya tapos Gushon from Aether
So,
Main.
handa silang pakawalan dito yung Kaya for the side of Arkangel Wicked Minds just not to give another mage, kumbaga, na access pang tandem dito kay Alice.
For sure. So, ayan. Kaya, ibibigay na nila ngayon para sa Aether Main. All of a sudden, like I mentioned, super scary. Now, Aether Main, I think yung choices nila dito is Gushon. Ay 70% nilang kukunin. Tapos, Lancelot. This time, Hellcurt ang kanilang sagot. They want to silence yung Kagura and Harley doon sa may backlines. And syempre, meron silang way to snipe.
Your team is
Arkangel Wicked
picking.
Minds. Eto na. Ano na yung choice mo? I think Hylos is top priority. Or Lolita. Para at least meron silang pang kontra.
2 tanks for this last 2 picks for the side ng Wicked Minds.
Or even Thamus is considerable. Just to pierce to the para ma-out-sustain. Kasi medyo sustainable nga naman itong si Alice. So medyo considerable na kunin nila yung Thamus to go for the Minotaur.
Actually,
And
Aurora.
There you go.
I believe yung Minoan for Fury kasi din ni Minotaur can cancel out yung Hurricane Land.
That's right.
Neto ni
That's right.
Akai. So medyo reasonable kung bakit sila dito
Your
ng
team
Minotaur and
is
let's say
picking.
followed by the Aurora yung kanya ultimate din.
I do feel that this could be a Gushon para sa Aether Main. Or Hayabusa. Ooh. Anyways, I just want to talk about the Minotaur for a little bit. Kasi parang yung mga teams, when they looked at Minotaur and other players, before, inisip natin siya as the main initiator. I do believe na hindi na yun yung naging trend for Minotaur. I think na ang Minotaur is a counter initiation. Kasi yung Akai, meron siyang choice na mauna or pumangalawa. Either initiate or counter initiate. Because the hero is just so good with it. But I think yung Minotaur, nawala na siya dun sa niche na siya yung mauuna sa fights, na siya yung unang tatalon, unang papasok. I think nandun na siya, nagpo-fall na siya sa classification ng counter initiation. Why did I say that? Kasi sobrang hirap i-connect ng mga ultimate mo when you want to go first. Minotaur is very slow as a hero.
Even though may jump siya.
Meron siya jump, pero alam mo yung nature niya sa hero, ang bagal niya mag-wrap up. Kailangan niya mag-wrap up. Isa siyang wrap kind of initiator. If that makes sense. Now, Minotaur is a very good counter initiation. However, counter initiation hero. That's a Minotaur with Fury. At pwede niyang kontrahin yung Akai for sure. Pwede niya rin kontrahin yung Kaya. Kayang-kaya niyang i-deal with yung Kaya dito. So, this is really smart for Arkangel Wicked Minds to actually get the Minotaur for themselves. Really commendable. Tingnan natin nga lang kung paano nila execute.
Kung may execute ba nila. Kasi
exactly.
Ang downside din naman kasi ng Minotaur, yes, kaya niyang kontrahin dito si Kaya and Akai for the initiation na gustong gawin dito ng AE main. Pero as a Minotaur, obvious. Kumbaga, andun yung word na obvious na alam mo kung kailan siya papasok, alam mo kung hindi siya makakapasok. Kasi that's yung stamina sa HP bar niya. Alam mo kung kitang-kita mo kung may charge ba siya or wala.
That's right. Now, we're just waiting for the game to start. This is the game number 2. And sobrang tricky na nito para sa Arkangel Wicked Minds. They wanna get at least 1 point off of Aether main. Bakit? Kasi para at least yung hindi sila nun sa bottom 2.
9 and 10.
Oo, sa 9 and 10 di sila tied with points sa number 9. Tapos bukod pa doon makukuhaan pa nila ng isang point yung Aether main at yung Aether main will not be able to advance to top 4 if ever that's the case.
Hindi nila hindi sila magtatay din ng execution.
Oo, pero again on their own for their own sake, mas maganda na makakuha sila ng score laban sa Aether main at this best of 3 series. And that is going to be coming up pretty soon. Game number 2 of this best of 3 series.
Yeah, pero naku-curious ako kung mapupull off ba nila yung Kagura and
Smash them.
Just like the way na napull off ng main.
Actually, I think na kaya naman nila. It's a matter of it's a matter of communication. But actually, I can quite remember at team yesterday, probably hindi ko na i-name pero hindi ko maalala kung sino team. Pero ginamit nila Aurora para kontrahin yung Akai Kaya. Kasi meron siya nung Cold Destruction, I believe, as the ultimate. Magandang pang-counter initiation din. At ang malapit pa doon, long distance siya. Hindi siya katulad ng Minotaur na pag nag-counter initiate is melee din pa rin. Parang papasok pa rin siya. Gigit na pa siya. Si Aurora kasi, yung kanyang ultimate, kaya mong i-land from distance, tapos talagang maka-catch off guard mo yung mga kalaban mo. So, Wicked Minds, counter punch is the key.
Yung more with that momentum, parang pang-asar lang dito sa may tatlo. So, sa top lane, more kaya niya naman mag-lane mag-isa. Pero here comes the jump coming from Aurora, securing that kill kay Hellcurt. Gusto lang naman niya ng grab, pero hindi binigay. Pero at the bottom lane as well, duguan itong si Exort. Few hits away na paggamit na siya dito ng heal, pero hindi pa rin enough. And the damage will be enough as well to take down itong si Hayabusa.
Will be able to get away. Samantala, that's Wicked Minds snatching a lot of farm against Aether main. While, Leomord is gonna be up top versus the Hellcurt. I think itong specific matchup na to, mas pabor sa Leomord actually. Kasi ako, I really like Hellcurt as a hero. Lagi rin siyang ginagamit. But in terms of getting into the fight better, mas maganda na Hellcurt. Yung mga pero si Chagu, naku po, na-snipe na Minotaur dito again. The secondary initiation that can come out of Wicked Minds, proving to be the much better firepower dito sa ating laban. Kita-kita natin yan doon sa nangyaring skirmish na yun.
Yan, again, medyo palong-palo na naman yung Arkangel dito on the early game. Sila na naman yung nakakuha ng early pick-offs. Lamang na naman sila dito ng kills. A little bit sa network natin. Pero beginning pa lang kasi ng game natin Hindi ba nag-online dito even na Alice. And they're even gonna be able to take down itong Turtle without any contest coming from the side of the main.
Yep, Turtle. Super secured for Arkangel Wicked Minds this time. Walang way.
Naghihintay lang dun si Aurora ng papasok. Kumbaga siya yung guard kung sakaling may papasok sa kanila. Pero here comes the initiation then coming from AE main, going for Exort. Though wala nang kawala, ginamit na ang lahat, ibinuhos ng lahat para sa Harley na yan. Wala na, ayaw nagisingin.
Wala nagising sa top, Panda. Zoning out. Okay.
Nagalit siya dun
Galit na galit, nagdadabog.
Yes, nagdadabog.
Well, gusto niya rin ma-secure agad yung minion waves na yun. Tapos aalis sila. Naturally, magpupush din yung lane. Yeah, which also means na, Torre yung mapapatumba kasi nandun din naman si Leomord.
Well, nanonotice ko walang mapwestohan yata dito si Lebron. Kasi almost lahat ng lanes na pinupuntahan niya occupied. Na-secure din naman ng AE main yung bottom turret ng side ng Arkangel. Pero tama. Hindi sila nag-face check dito. But at least they saw itong si Panda na nakatak nila. Natangke ng side ng AEWM. Pero nope, hindi na nila dedepensahan pa. Itong si Minotaur. Binigay na lang nila yung kill dito kay AE Main and just to back down para hindi na sila mawalan pa masyado ng mga heroes. Hindi na sila din nag-commit. Humabol ba, kumbaga. Kasi ang dami na nila. Zinerg out na nila eh.
Zinerg. Well, they really swarmed members of Weekend Minds. Pero tingnan natin dito ang isa pang factor for Aether Main, which is Hayabusa. Hayabusa nag-fall out of the meta pa rin talaga. I think few teams na lang ang nakapag-execute properly ng Hayabusa type of lineups. This time, Aether Main, isa rin sa mga comfort picks nila. I'm not entirely sure how this will pan out. The thing is, yung Arkangel Weekend Minds, ang dami nilang squishy targets. They have Aurora, Harley, Kagra. Kaya mong i-burst down. And you can be safe with that. This time, hindi matatakot si Hayabusa kasi wala namang silence from Arkangel Weekend Minds. At wala rin silang hard lockdown talaga. Like, for example, the High Ultimate. Now, tatalo na nila sa top. Ito si JP. Hellcard gumamit na rin ng ultimate dito. I don't think that JP will survive. Pero, napakagandang full destruction from the Aurora.
Apat sila.
Wow.
Apat silang naging yellow at the top lane. That could have been a kill para dito sa Leo Mord, pero hindi pa din eh. Pero ito, grabe naman yung pasok ni Hayabusa, pero it's still not gonna be enough to take down itong si Harley. Even though ginamit na dito yung ultimate niya para sa isang Hayabusa, pero still that top lane though. Man. Grabe. Look at yung CC nito ni Aurora. Talagang ang lakas ng panggulo.
This is what we mentioned about Weekend Minds. Ang galing nila mag-counter initiation. Siyempre, Minotaur. Pero yung Aurora talaga, you can't see it coming. Ito, ultimate. Medyo na-wave dito ni Jay. But it's fine. JP will still chase on the broad. Pero dito na si Changu for the damage as well. Clip na dito na rin na. And syempre, may silence sila. Makukuha nila yung kill sa Limortam. Oh, EJ! Tinalunan. Yun na, nastan pa for the remaining duration. At wala nang gisa kay Aurora. That is a kill from Aether Main. Again, dalawa kanila nakuha doon.
Kasi nakita nila na ginamit na dito ni Aurora yung kanyang ultimate.
Oo.
Just to try na mahuli dito itong si Hellcurt. But they failed to do so. So knowing na wala ng ultimate, knowing na wala na again yung yellow na nagpatiga sa kanila kanina, they can just freely go in. They can just freely go for the pick off dito. Pero mahuhuli yata nila dito si Creep na nakatak pa pabalik. Pero andito na si Changu. Just so depende itong si Creep. Pero mapupush back pa siya dito ni Leomord. Hindi naman. Changu, kaya niya mag-maneuver out. Kaya niya mag-mamba out dyan.
And habang nangyari yun, ni Turtle ang nakuha ng Aether Main.
Another objective.
Bago pa mawala yung mismong Turtle na yun, 6 minutes and 15 seconds in the game. Aether Main, dahil nga naman sa mga pick-offs na yun, and mga Torre and Turtle, sila na ngayon ang nasa abante in terms of the gold economy. And that's really good for their lineup.
Yep, going 3K na halos yung lamang dito ng Aether Main, or around 2K pa nga lang. Pero still, kailangan pa rin nila ng farm to keep on getting the blue buff. I guess, after the blue buff, they can just go in again, look for kills for the side of AE Main, pero they just have to watch out dun talaga kay Aurora and the Minoan Fury neto ni Minotaur. Kailangan. And now, ayan o, you see, kakakuha lang nila ng blue buff and then they want this middle tower. They want this turret at the middle lane. Pero ando din naman yung Wicked Minds.
Nagdedepensa rin.
Oo, nagdedepensa rin. Nagtotontan lang tong dalawang
Kakatansya na dito sa gitna. Well, nakatago yung ibang members dito ng Aether Main. Pero medyo obvious din naman. Bakit nga naman makakita ka ng mag-isang Akai sa gitna
napakatapang.
Napakatapang na walang rest back. So, I think that...
Pero grabe naman yata yung pasok dito ni Kree. Pero Chango as well will be there giving a lot of damage dito kay Panda. Pero ginamit na rin yata yung Minoan Fury. Yes, wala din silang napala doon with the Blood Ode being used and the Minoan Fury. Walang nagkapalitan. Nagkatakutan lang, nagkagamitan lang ng mga ultimates dito. Pero ito, nahatak nila dito si Panda. They would want this tank down. Andito si Aurora! Tatlo ang apat actually, pero walang follow-up Wala nang Minoan Fury, wala nang tanke dito yung side ng Arkangel Wicked Minds. They secured the turret for the side of AE Main as well. Wala din dun si Leomord. Actually, tatlo lang sila dun at the top.
Comes the jump mula kay EJ. May lockdown na rin. Pero that's JP might fall and he will.
Nagawa dito yung mga mages ng side ng Arkangel Wicked Minds, and this is gonna be another turret para sa side ng AE Main. Smooth lang yung galawan dito ng AE Main as of now. Objective per objective kills. After the kills, and then they're heading for the Lord.
Are heading for the Lord this time. Feel and Wine kanina, 2 minutes ago, nung nagpo-push dito sa tower sa gitna, yung Aether main, actually, mga members ng Arkangel Wicked Minds, hindi sila makalabas ng jungle. And for a minute, nagstay sila around dun sa may gitna.
Yeah.
From 1k gold lead, yung Aether main, umakyat papuntang 4 kasi hindi sila nakakapag-farm. Kita natin ayun, no, di ba? Biglang nag-elevate yung farm ng Aether main because of that. And this is scary kasi yung Wicked Minds, natatalo sila sa economic battle dahil hindi nila alam kung paano mag-approach yung Aether main. Masyado silang nasa defensive. This is the problem for compositions na laging nakadepensa sa mga, depende sa mga counter initiations. Like for example, di ba, Aurora at Minotaur, hindi sila proactive, kumbaga. And Aether main, they're really proactive. Ito nga uunahan na nga nila.
Huli na naman yata nila dito si Panda. Well, tinutont lang nila. I guess ang main objective dito ng Aether main is magamit yung Minoan Fury nito ni Panda. Kasi that's what they did kanina at the middle lane.
Mapwersa nila.
Yeah.
Ito si Panda, medyo na disposition, but while that's happening, yung Tore napatumba na. Napabayaan. Hayabusa gets it.
It's either a kill or the turret.
Yep. Wala na pala. Wala nang outer turrets ang Arkangel Wicked Minds. Merong 7,000 gold dito ang Aether main. This is looking to be a disaster for Wicked Minds. Napakalaki nga ng kalamangan dito ng Aether main.
Kasi line-up dito ng Arkangel Wicked Minds is parang it's built na mag-abang.
Oo.
Which is, ang line-up din dito ng Aether main is, ang mission nila, objective nila is to use up yung mga resources or yung mga ultimates ng side ng Arkangel Wicked Minds. And then by that time, na alam nila na wala nang resources or may nakahiwalay na isa, they would go for the kill.
Exactly. This Lord will be slain by Hayabusa very easily from Aether main. Almost 10k ang kanilang kalamangan at wala na nga outer turrets ito ang Arkangel Wicked Minds.
And wala na rin sa silang jungle actually. Kontrolado na ng AE main yung jungle nila. Hindi na sila halos makalabas dito for Wicked Minds. Ang hirap din kasi talaga ng lineup ng Wicked Minds. Kasi if ever, pasok kapag ka nagkamali dito yung Aether main, sabihin natin mapapunish nila dito yung Aether main. Pero they can't keep on waiting na magkamali dito yung Aether main. As an Aether main, you don't want na magkaroon ka ng butas, kumbaga, na pwede kang pasukan dito or alam nila na pwede silang pasukan dito na Wicked Minds na alam nilang matuturn around sila.
Exactly. Now, ito na, tutulak na. With the Lord in the middle lane, tapos yung other lanes then being pushed up by Aether main, except the top.
This might be at 2 turrets if ever hindi i-defend na maayos dito ng Arkangel Wicked Minds.
And how can they defend is very, very scary. Hintay sila Kenji, taramang poke lang, he gets away, syempre meron siyang shadow dance. Chasing, no one being chased out muna.
Of course, yung ibang mga skills dito ng side ng Arkangel Wicked Minds will be used up para doon sa Lord. Pero ito, Dark Knight Pulse, nagamit na rin. Nasilent nila dito si Aurora. Aurora is down. And look up, Changu. Gumigit na dito sa tatlo. Minoan Fury will be used. Pero the tower will be taken down as well. Napatay naman nila dito si Changu. And I guess masasuffer or mapapunish din nila dito si EJ. But merong immortality. But the second life of EJ will be taken down pa rin naman nito ni Leo Mord. Pero Kenji masyado maasim. Hindi niya lang mapapatay dito. Either the JP or yung mga low health dito. But, nakuha nila yung gusto nila dito for the side of AE main, even though nabawasan sila dito ng dalawa.
They did get 2 turrets, which is far more important sa laban natin.
Yeah, yun ang objective nila eh. Okay lang mamatay silang dalawa dito. As long as nakahuli pa nga sila ng Aurora eh. Actually, delikado pa yung hindi nila napatay si Aurora. Kasi yung Minoan Fury, yung position ng Minoan Fury, napakaganda. Pero by that time, patay na si Aurora.
Yeah, Aurora would have been the next na lockdown na would come out from Wicked Minds. But unfortunately, it wasn't available para sa kanila dahil it wasn't a clean execution, pero yung execution na gustong magawa ng Aether main. Nakuha din nila yung results na gusto nila. 2 tier 2 turret in exchange for the Lord and a few heroes. At ngayon, dahil nag-respawn na yung kanilang mga members, they will try to fight Rio. Naku po, the outlier. Kasi nakasapatan nila dito, mahabol pa nila. They will try to go for Rio. Nahatak na kanila. Silence ba? Kagura goes down. Na-stun. Yung Aurora, na-burn na nila dito yung ultimate nila. So medyo mas matapang na yung Aether main this time.
Wala na rin Minoan Fury actually.
Exactly.
They can definitely take, eto pa lang, yung Minoan Fury neto ni Minotaur pero walang follow-up. Kinain lang nila dito si Aurora once again in the hands of Hellcurt. Pero napatay naman nila dito si Hellcurt in exchange. The tower, I think it will fall down right away. Kasi masyado na nag-guardian dito ng AE main. Halos wala nang matira sa kanila. Si Leomord na lang yung natira.
That is.
Wala nang inhibitors turret dito yung side na Arkangel Wicked Minds. And they can definitely finish off this core na wala nang kahirap-hirap. Hindi na makakapag-def. How to def? with just a Leo Mord.
Aether Main gets the 2-0
Another
victory.
wipe.
Another wipe. Dito sa laban sa Wicked Minds. And now, makakuha sila ng 3 points because of this. MVP goes to...
They will tie out.
Yeah.
They will
Kay
tie out
Changu
with
tayo.
execration.
Exactly. So, Changu yung ating MVP dito with, 4-2-6. But overall, kasi, I would say, ang pinaka nagpatalo dito sa Wicked Minds is yung kanilang composition in general versus the composition of Aether Main. So, dalawa yung points na gusto kong i-point out dito. First is, masyadong defensive yung composition ng Wicked Minds because they drafted it to be like that. At syempre, na-punish yun ng lineup natin ng Aether Main. If we could see the highlights, every time, makikita natin nung mid-game na, ang laging nauuna sa laban is Aether Main at nag-aabang yung Wicked Minds. Dahil sa pag-aabang nila, masyado silang matagal na naghihintay, wala silang napapatay, wala silang play na nagagawa laban sa Aether Main. Look at job from EJ, perfectly placed.
Yun na nga yung sinasabi natin kanina na dahil sa paghihintay, di ba, yung hindi ka naman pwede maghintay lang eh. You have to go in.
You have to be
Kasi
proactive.
Kung ikaw yung aggressive mode, alam mo kung ano yung ng kalaban.
Yeah.
Kung ikaw yung nasa defensive mode, hindi mo alam kung kailan sila papasok.
Exactly.
Kung ikaw yung aggressive, pwede kang pumasok, yes. Alam mo din yung mga gagawin ng kalaban. So, expected mo na kung anong mangyayari on the team fight.
Right.
Pero kung ikaw yung defensive, hindi mo alam kung kailan sila papasok.
Second point, I would like to point out why Aether Main won this is draft. I would say, kung paano nila din-draft mismo yung teams. Kasi, hindi lang yung draft mismo I like how they adjusted. Kinuha yung parang mismong pattern ng pagkuha nila ng heroes. Sobrang ganda kasi naipit nila yung Arkangel Wicked Minds. Noong una, I believe kinuha nila yung Kaya plus, Akai plus Alice. Which also translated na dun sa second phase ng picks ng Arkangel Wicked Minds, nagkaroon sila ng dilema. Kukunin ba namin pares na Kagura at Harley, pero in turn, mabibigay natin yung Kaya. Magi-give up natin yung Kaya. Kasi either or, mayroong magandang outcome yung draft ng Aether Main. Kasi pag kunwari nabigay nila yung Kaya, mas maganda yung control, teamfight control for sure ng Aether Main, and that's what happened. Pero kung binigay naman nila either Kagura or Harley, sobrang lakas naman nung kanilang
parang
burst.
Parang wala silang no
checkmate.
choice.
Na-checkmate sila ng Aether Main, and really, really commendable drafting pattern from Aether Main.
Kasi it's mind games pa lang. Mind games na rin kasi talaga kapag ka sa draft pa lang.
Definitely. And that means na Aether Main, mas maganda na kanilang pwesto ngayon. They are tied up with execration in terms of points sa ating
not
group
really
stage.
maganda kasi tie sila eh.
Yeah.
So, andun pa din yung agawang kumbaga ng pwesto kung sino yung nasa upper, sino yung mapupunta sa lower din. Pero
Crypt again, ang ating MVP. The Akai plays for sure. And what's really interesting is actually pala I believe Changu. There you go. Inisip ko sino yung Alice player. That's Changu, 4-2-6, 38k damage dealt, building damage 6.3k, net worth really off the charts. Well played. Tama rin yung kanyang mga pasok dito kasi
actually, I respect yung pagpasok ni Changu na na-i-bait out niya yung Minoan Fury.
Madaming beses.
Yeah, madaming beses. Pero one thing is yung na-i-bait out niya yung Minoan Fury dito ni Minotaur, and then making him vulnerable dun sa may ultimate ni Kaya. Na nahatak nila, na-burst down nila, na alam nila na wala na magagawa yan eh.
Yeah, that's right. And ito yung mga added na micro plays that mula sa mga players natin. Siyempre, kapag tama yung execution mo, talagang na-outplay mo yung kalaban mo.
That's
sobrang considerable.
The definition talaga ng outplayed.
For sure.
Draft pala, outplayed and outdraft, I believe.
Yeah. Napaka-usay. Ang dami nating natututunan from all of the top teams when they do play. This is the regular season standing. Aether Main, they are tied at third place with SNC imbalance pala. Yeah. Execration pala is 12 points na.
Yeah, kasi they gained 3 points kanina.
Nakanalo nga pala sila kanina. So, yeah. But, lamang ng games nga lang yung execration. And yung SNC Imba and Aether Main, patay na sila ng points dito. So,
sila ang tie.
Exactly. While Wicked Minds, since di nga sila nakuha dito ng points, tied up sila with Happy Feet. So, nakakatakot pa rin yan. You don't wanna be in that spot. Well, that has been the series. We still have plenty of Mobile Legends action. So, wag na wag kayong alis dahil magbabalik for sure ang MPL Season 2 Road to the Nationals.